Okay, I think everything is functional now. Hi. So I did remember that I needed to do this. I was late because of reasons relating to traffic and donuts. Mostly. Alright. So, this is the hold that I keep thinking people are referring to Kids Next Door when they abbreviate it as K&D. King Neriak's Dungeon by Kieran Miller. An earthquake has struck Glotharid and King Neriak's dungeon has been flooded with monsters. Clear it out. There's the question of whether those two events are actually related or not, but perhaps that's not a question that the exterminator should be asking. Smite Master, or whatever you want to call him. First level. Disaster befell King Neriak of Glortharid. Is it Glortharid or Glotharid? Well, dungeon when an earthquake struck and the walls cracked, causing it to fill with vermin. Being the largest dungeon and most impressive in all of Glortharid, he quickly offered a hefty sum for anybody who could clear it all out. This job might take me weeks, Ralum thought to himself, but once I'm finished I'll be set for life. Wow, 18 floors. I bet you wouldn't see those useless Dugendike Spite Masters taking on something this large. Okay. My buttons weren't working. Special thanks to the following people for testing: BVB, Chaco, Kamachi, Noati, Nuntar, Rabskuttle, and that's it. What's to the south? Instead of starting the story like he was supposed to, Ralum turned around and walked out of the dungeon. This lack of respect for the narrative caused reality to rupture and created a giant plot hole. Ralum found himself facing something different too. I think that's different from that which he had passed when entering the dungeon, a whole series of one-way staircases taking him to any floor of the dungeon that he wished. Typo. Of course, because Ralum was super smart, he knew that skipping fun content in this manner would provide a much worse experience, so he immediately turned around and cleared the dungeon as expected. Okay, anyway, wait a second. What is that? Epicenter and Mysterious Tunnel Network. Okay then. Anyway. I don't think I can open those doors, right? I'll have to come back later, I guess. The garden music is so relaxing. Conquer the room without turning your sword. Well, it's a little late for that, isn't it? Let's see. Am I going to be able to do it facing this way? I don't know. Maybe. Maybe. It's better than saying different than, at least, which is the worst. I absolutely hate it when people mean different from and they say different than. That's a really badly placed roach. Maybe I should try to prevent him from being placed like that. Yeah, there we go. That's better. Ish. That's one of my English language pet peeves, is when people mean different from, but they say different than. Because that's not how you use the word than. I'm not sure if this is the best way to be facing to accomplish this challenge, primarily because of that roach up in the northwest. I guess I actually need to be facing northeast because there is a orb right here that must be pressed. Okay. It might have been nice if the challenge included a hint in the text as to what direction I should be facing. I mean, I can see why you might not choose to do that, but at the same time it would have helped. Anyway. What is the business with this? I probably need to kill those guys some other way first. How do you open this door? Huh. So do I need to come from the north to do this? I'm not sure. Because I don't really see any way to make these roaches survivable otherwise. Because this forces me to step this way, and I would have to step this way as long as there is even one of those two roaches present. Well, I guess if the southeast roach wasn't there, I'd be fine. Did he start out? No, he started out there. Huh. Maybe that's the idea. Or maybe I'm supposed to clear this room coming in from the north side. It's hard to tell, really. By supposed to, of course, I just mean in order to clear the challenge, not in general, of course. Okay, that helps. That might help. That might be enough. Let's see. It's like there's an exact dance that you do to do that. 01, ready, steady, go. Alright then. So back to the entrance. Let's clear that. I guess there's fundamentally two different ways to do that room, depending on which of the two, whether you enter on the east side or the west side. This is the classic, here's a bunch of roaches surrounding you puzzle type thing. Thankfully I know how to backswipe. Not too bad. No magic sequence here, thankfully. I guess I'll come back to this room from the other side. Interesting. I guess that's some of that earthquake damage. Alright, so that leaves us with this room as our next option. As our remaining option, really. This room's sort of symmetric in design. That's it. That's all you have to do. Just face south. Once again, backswiping saves the day. Now in this case I'm left questioning whether I should have somehow used one of the other roaches to help me out here. Although I don't really see how that could happen. Oh wait, I can just hook one of these into a trap, right? Maybe that's what I'm meant to do here. The only trap I could see myself having access to is if I come in from that direction, from the west-south entrance, and then pull a roach through. So I guess I'll come back and see if I'm right about that. Now what am I looking at here? Looks to be the opposite situation. Oh, that's a problem. So how do I not get stormed with roaches when I get there? don't see any way to be like efficient in a way that would help with this problem. I mean, I guess I can pull this guy way ahead of that other guy, but I don't see how that could possibly help. I can see a place where it might be possible to trap a roach. I'm just not sure if that actually works. If I can stack all 3 of these roaches in a horizontal column, which I can stack these 2 right there if I do that. So maybe I should put this guy into place first, and then do that. The purpose of which is that then one of them will be going up. No? That doesn't work. I don't know what to do then. I was thinking this guy would just keep going north at this point, but he doesn't. And that being the case, there's really nowhere to do anything about this problem. I'm not sure about this room. I think I must be missing something. But I'm going to come back around and do this room before I forget what I'm doing. Now, if there is a way to do this coming in from any other entrance, then I'm interested to know what it is. But it certainly doesn't seem like it. Let's see. Aquator comes in from that entrance. Schick comes in from that entrance. Dragonfogel comes in from that entrance. So I kind of doubt it. It is possible that that's the only efficient way to do it, but I think it's the only way to do it. Well, anyway. Still not sure about this room. What does this room have? Oh, more of the same, huh? In this case, I guess I should try to trap things differently. Well, I guess I'm stuck if I go this way. Not expecting that. Okay, so we can't have that. So the very first thing I must do is pull this guy over that way. Otherwise I can't enter at all. Secondly, I can't have this guy where he is, because then I can't go through that door. But if I push this button, then I trap myself and I can't get anywhere. So I obviously shouldn't be doing that. So I guess I should go this way, but then I can't go this way because that guy's in the way. Unless when I'm pulling this guy over here, I pull him into that trap as well. Now having done that, I can kill this guy, but there's no way to proceed from here, is there? Because that guy's just going to be in the way. And I can pull him over here, but that's not very helpful. I cannot pull him into the northwestern alcove because that would require me to go into the area that traps me if I go there. Why does this button even exist, given that there's no way to go through here? I guess I'm supposed to make a path here, then there, and then there? But I can't do that. Because I can't go through here because that guy's in the way. Oh, maybe I can trap him up there somehow? I don't think so, though. I guess he does have a lot of vertical ground to cover this way. Okay, that works, yeah. Next, I need to go north, I suppose, and do something about that guy. Or, no, that doesn't work. And of course, this closed that door, which means that I'm stuck in here unless I can do that. So how is this supposed to work? There's nowhere to stow either of the roaches present. But I can pull one north. Okay then. I guess that northern door trap is just completely pointless. How weird. Okay. Spot the difference. The passage to the east is missing. Okay. What passage to the east? Okay. That means I need to start out doing this. Now there's no way to put that guy on the far south anywhere except directly in my way. So I'm not really sure how that's supposed to work. Because no matter what, I need to pass through there. Well, perhaps the door connections are different? No? Well, this is impossible then, because there's no way to do this. There is no way to make that survivable without pulling this guy farther to the east. And I have to stand here to keep that first guy from killing me. The most efficient path here won't fix anything. So I don't know how that's supposed to work. Alright. But it looks like I haven't been east or north from this room. Okay. I obviously need these to go through these passages. Why else would they exist? This is my best guess. I don't know what else I can do besides this. And this works. Alright then. Okay. Right. So this toggles. I guess I want all the roaches to come out, so... Oh, we don't want that. Kill the west ones. And pull this guy out. Finally that guy. Very simple. I guess the exit level must be to the north. Let's see, yep. Just a blue door, which merely leaves this room that I still don't know what to do with. That's it. Okay then. I guess I was close before. Alright. Second level. The problem with the 5-foot common dungeon roach is that no matter how soon it has been since an earthquake, you will always find the place completely swarming with them. The main reason for this is their extremely quick birth cycle, with it taking only a few seconds for a newly laid egg to hatch. Time to show them who's at the top of the food chain, thought Ralim. At least it would be if they wouldn't keep running away. Doesn't running away say that you're at the bottom of the food chain anyway? Pretty standard horde room business so far. I should just go south. What does this say? Note to Smite Masters, we recommend going the other way, the management. Well, why would they recommend that? I think I need to face east here, maybe? No? Well, I can't kill this queen if I come in this way, I suppose. But I can come in from the other side, so I'm not allowed to disobey the instructions in this one. That looks to me like it must be some... Okay, that's a timer is what that is. I wasn't sure what construction that was for a moment. Now I know I'm on a timer, I can be a little... I don't think I can still... yeah. Not sure what I can do differently from that. I mean, I kind of have to hit that orb first. I'd better hit this one on my way through. Then I have to come through here facing this way. Okay then. I guess I was just very slightly more efficient this time. Yeah, it would. It's a good reason to put a spike out of the way where the player won't interact with it. Granted, I don't think they could have put in a spike in this game, and in this level. Actually, what am I saying? There's a roach queen. Don't need a spike. Why, what is all this production? I don't think I understand what I'm looking at here. Here's some random busy work. Okay. So this is some sort of weird movement trap, I guess? Alright, this is Horde busy work room. Do busy work while pursued by a horde. I guess if I shopped for groceries the way that I play Deadly Rooms of Death, I would be one of those people who takes a bite of out of an apple before deciding to purchase it. Which, by the way, I think is very gross, but I'm not shopping for groceries here. Now I can go deal with the queens. And that roach will come to me all on his own. More or less. Okay. Next. I guess I should be facing southeast coming into this room. Seems like it's just a mechanism to ensure that the queens get to spawn once. I'm uncertain whether I should head north or west here. Maybe west. Yeah, that works. I just know I would twitch my finger if I don't lock the room and just exit north without meaning to here. Alright. Here's this room. I'm gonna face east. I'm uncertain whether I should be juggling back and forth or killing one and then doing the other. We're going to find out which one is better soon. Yeah, I'm gonna try juggling. Let's see. Kill a few. I don't know. That doesn't seem to work very well either. Maybe I have the right idea. I notice there's no force arrows there, which makes me very suspicious. Maybe I should go over here and clump the queens together as much as possible. This does put me at a bit of a number disadvantage, but it makes it much easier to avoid them spawning. Yeah, look at all those queens that aren't getting to spawn anything. There we go. Perfect. What's to the north? Secret room. Oh, okay. Is this the room where I need to juggle? Maybe. I guess we'll see. Nah, I don't think I have time to juggle. Just because of how long the passageway is. Then again, I see more than 15 probably up there. Or at least 15 anyway. Not very well placed. Unsure what to do here. If I stand right here, they can't spawn a second time as I stand right here. That doesn't seem to be enough, though. Where could I kill one per turn? This narrow passageway ensures that I can't, usually, except in certain circumstances. I think I was onto something but messed up. Only if they're coming from both sides, and which I'd never actually want to happen. Because they'll only ever come through that diagonal choke point one at a time. I guess I can try hitting the left side first then. Now there's no gaps. Oh, hold on. I forgot to do the other trick. I need to wait here until turn 30, so they can't spawn that turn. And now there is no way... I guess I'll get a gap at this point, but now things are much worse, I feel. I feel like this is worse. doesn't help. Now I'm too far away for this to do me any good. Because either way, I have to get through the passage. Because I'm going to be in this situation no matter what I do back there, is the main problem. I'm basically alternating turns no matter what from that point. I'm not really sure that's better, but I did kill one of the Eastern Queens. Could I get away with killing two of them this way? I really doubt it. And besides, killing one of them seems to increase the roaches spawned by, what, 2? Well, it increases the roaches spawned. How many do I have to kill to gain a roach spawn profit? 3? 4? Well, I can't kill more than 2. I can get away with killing exactly 2 in exactly that way. So I think I break even this way, if I'm not mistaken, which isn't much help. I do wonder if running west first and then breaking even this way will alter the positioning enough to be helpful. Let's see. Wait. Not quite. No, I don't. I have to start with my sword to the north, or else I can't kill the first queen. I don't know what you're talking about. There is not a better way for my sword to be facing the north, because there's a queen exactly to the north of me when I get inside. Nope. Well, that works. Well, that means I'm spawning less. So in theory, it should be possible to get in. Alright then. Well, thank you. You saw something I did not. Hooray! The secret room was beaten with help. Ignore the management and conquer the room entering from the other direction. Well, I tried that, but it's not really possible, because there's a queen that's going to just run in the wrong direction, no matter what I do. I certainly can't hit the orb from the other direction anyway. I guess I'll look again, but that really looked impossible. Yeah, that queen is not going to be able to... I guess I can push it back out. But there's no way to keep it out there. Maybe there is. Let's see. No, that's even with the queen, so that's not going to help. Well, I suppose if I make her spawn right here, that might help. That might work. One more. Oh yeah, that spot's behind her. But, oh, go away. I'm trying to solve a thing. Then I can close this and push the queen out. Alright, I thought that was a closed door button, which is why I was so sure I couldn't do this. That'll show me, for not pushing an orb to check, what it does. Alright then. That was the one place that I thought was the sticking point, so I guess we'll see if there's anything else wrong with this room. And by wrong, I just mean that's going to be a problem for me having done what I did this way. But it doesn't look like there's any other problems. Sequence break. But you can't actually go back, you can't actually go east from here still. Oh well. I think I'll inspect the third level and probably call this hold and move on to the next one. Rallim pondered to himself. Considering the size of the earthquake, I'm surprised this place is in as good a shape as it is. I expected it to be much worse. For example, the walls could crumble under my sword and the floor give way beneath my feet. Yeah, that sure would be terrible. Okay. I mean, we had broken walls back in the first level, but I guess in theory some of them were secret walls. What is this? This is opened that way. This opens that and closes that. So I guess that's a one-way passage that I should come back through. The one-way passage I'm referring to is where the trapdoors are, not the... How do I kill that guy? He didn't start out there. Okay. So we have rules here. I've got to go this way first, or else that guy won't be killable. But I have to push this orb to open those queens first. So I better use this cracked wall instead of that orb. Okay. That explains why that wall is cracked, anyway. there's a room. Let's see. What does this do? Oh boy. This looks complicated. I have no idea what this is all about. I can only be in that area one time, during which I suppose I should push the queens and have them spawn on these grassy tiles somehow, so that they will trap themselves. If I do that, I guess it would be more accurate to say I can only enter this area twice, because I can exit through either of these doorways. Once each. So like I can have this queen stop off there, and then I can exit this way. I can come back. I guess I need this queen to spawn right there. A few more. Is that too many? That's too many by one. So I think I want that queen there, if I'm reading this correctly. This queen. Like that. Can kill that. And then we want to come around and push this. I see. I'm going to need to time when I do this to the 30th turn. That's why there's one more tile of grass there. Right. Very nice room. What about this one? This looks like a classic bridges type thing, except I'm allowed to not use certain bridges. It's symmetric, so it doesn't matter whether I enter this way or the other way, because I guess we haven't introduced force arrows yet. So technically there are none. Oh, there are none whether it's technically or not. Oh, let's see. The ideal way to solve this kind of puzzle is that either the beginning and end should both have odd numbers, or everything should be even numbered. Because here I need to start and end in the same place, everything should be even numbered. So I should not go north, because if I go north, then, well, no, I guess I'm deciding which of these to cut in each case. So this one, there's an obvious I have to go through here, except that this is actually connected to two different, this complicated mess here, I don't know. This one, I need to cut one of these three. I need to cut one of these three, and it's probably going to be the north one, maybe. I don't know. My inclination is to think about it going around clockwise, or is this counterclockwise? Whatever motion I'm making with my mouse. I guess I'll just jump in and see what happens. If I try to take a vaguely counterclockish route. Okay, I'm going to miss that one if I do this. So what if I come around and hit this guy instead? Then I can go this way, and I'll be stuck. I guess I'll try going north. I'm inclined to enter from the south just so that I'm closer to the trapdoor I'm coming from. Let's just try hitting everyone on the east side first, and then heading north. This looks like it'll work. Yeah, this works. Onward. Oh boy, what is this mess? I guess I need to go in and leave a path for the roach to come out. So I'll just try to take all of the side passageways that I can. Like take the farthest out passageways and hope I can make it work. So this way you can come straight through there. Then you can pull him south and north again. No? I can pull him farther south. I don't know. Looks to me like if I hadn't cut that one, I'd be fine. So instead of exiting this way, I'll exit this way. It might help if I let the roach out first. That might help. Alright, so now if I go south and north again, then he's in perfect position to be killed. There we go. Next. This looks like annoyance. I don't like the looks of this. Here's the exit room. What is to the west? Looks like we're supposed to put all 3 roaches in their boxes. Okay, that's the finish button. This tells you to, this lets the roaches start going. Oh, this level is bigger than it looked. This is the same as the room to the north, except you're breaking cracked walls instead of... So here you're destroying a pathway, here you're creating a pathway. That's very interesting. Oh, these keep going. Not sure what's going on here either. Oh. What? So this opens the way for him, but closes that. And opens this, which opens that, which opens that. So what? I would guess, based on the patterns I've seen so far, that a green door is probably behind that. A secret room is probably behind that green door. Maybe I should say things in the correct manner. I thought he would go into the pocket there. Well... Well, that's absolutely not what we want. Maybe that will work. It feels like it might work. Because first he'll stick himself there, then he'll go north. I guess that might not work. Huh. I don't know. I do not know. What is this? Okay. I need to push the queen into there, right? Not sure how I can do that, given that the queen will always be running out to a corner with no way to stop her. I guess I can stop her if I do this, right? Alright, so what does this probably challenge scroll say? Enter the large trapdoor platform by taking the northern entrance, then clear the room. This challenge will be awarded when you step onto the main path. That seems like it wouldn't be too much harder. Because all I really need to do is to turn the queen around. Either way. Turning the queen around is sort of the main goal that you worry about anyway. That's good enough. Just need to time that a little better. No, this is good. This is what I wanted. I don't know if this is the trickery you were speaking of or not, but this is basically what I was after. Going full circle. Alright. 5th place. I don't know how. I guess not very many people have played through this yet. I didn't feel very efficient, in other words. I didn't feel like I did very much different. I guess I changed my pathing just slightly without even realizing it. Okay, well that's the 3rd level. I don't feel like I'm going to easily finish the rest of that level because the remaining rooms all look complicated to me, like in a way that I would have to really look at them for a long period of time to understand what I was doing. So that seems like a good place to stop with King Nereid trying out. Where were we with this stuff? I remember, I guess I played this. Yeah, I remember this. So Narrow Perspectives would be the next one. I've actually played this before, but I should try a little of it, I suppose. So Narrow Perspectives by Skell. A raw puzzle experience. No plot, no exploration, no problem. Play all the rooms in whatever order you prefer. The rooms become harder as you go north. Okay. A big thanks to people who have sacrificed their time to test this hold. Dragonfogel, Discorin, Blorkswan, and Insoluble. So the rules here appear to be that when you wake an eye, a roach is awoken. A roach is freed, not awoken. I don't know what I'm talking about. But beyond getting the first couple of eyes, it seems pretty straightforward. Well, that, and there was some risk, perhaps, of trapping myself. Yep, Narrow Perspectives. Well, where am I? Okay, I don't want to be here yet. I want to see what's to the south. A secret room. Okay. Doesn't look like I can interact with this much. Oops. Do not open the gates to Darklands. Death seeks on the other side. Okay, sure. How do I guess I can clear this room. What was that about not having a plot? Remember, only if you can survive it all will you be allowed to go back. I actually just want to go north, though. How do I get back to the north? Oh, okay. Alright then. Let's go east. Seems very straightforward. Yeah, that does exactly what I expected it to. Oh, hello, snakes. What? How do I, So this is not really a snake room. This is some sort of weird button ordering room. So I guess I should press that one first. Yeah, okay. Well, that was easy. I keep getting disoriented because I expect to be at the room edge, but instead I'm inside the room somewhere. Okay, so what is this? Just what is this? What is the nonsense in play here? I guess this guy can kill all of those. Okay. I feel like I missed something about how that room was supposed to work. But maybe it's just that easy because it's one of the first rooms. It's an almost automatic room. How neat. Okay. What do we have here? Some kind of weird rules here. Well, I was standing at a door that whole time, so... Okay. Here's a roach maze. Nope, don't want to do that. How do I even start? There we go. Now here, we want to be going this way. Yeah. Alright then. So I guess I'll just move north on the west row. How did I get a first place tie? Deadly Corridor of Death. Okay. Well, I can't take this mirror until I'm rid of that eye. So should I presume my goal here is to carry the fluff with me to the mirror? In which case I should kill this guy with a spike. And by the mirror, of course, I mean the eye. Oh, he's too stupid. Come on. Come. Thank you. Alright, now I have a mirror. And I can push this button with it. I can also push that button. Do I want to push that button? I don't know. But the spikes are good enough for these roaches. Okay. That did that. Patient Escape. I hadn't been paying attention to the fact that there were titles before this. Oh boy. I may be too impatient for Patient Escape. So I guess the idea is that eventually one or more of them will die to these spikes. Eventually. If I just trail them behind me long enough. That or I'll die to spikes because the timing is bad. Alright, one directly behind me taken care of. Unsure where I should be trying to kill the last guy. I guess if I keep walking, he'll die eventually. Probably. patience. Challenge. Light the fuse before any roach dies and clear the room. Well, I didn't accomplish that, did I? This is not an orb puzzle, it says. Okay, then what is it? I guess you're gonna tell me it's a pressure plate puzzle and that's the difference? Look at this mess. What is this mess? Okay, these match up with those. We do not want anyone to press these buttons. Okay. So the queen will spawn, and then I want a guy to come and push the right buttons for me. So I guess I should open the farthest doors first. Like that. One down. Then the next nearest. Alright. Now I want to hit that red one. This would be good enough to do that. Actually, do I even need another spawn? I might be able to just do this. I need one more spawn, but that's it. Just need somebody to hit that far red door. Wait. Oh, is there an order to this? I thought I just needed to push all of them, not that they were in some dumb order. What a pain. Okay, I guess I have to start on the west. Hooray. Now for these, I need to push the far right. Well, I can do this. I don't know. I can just hit this one and then leave a door open. So what it wants me to hit next is either that one or this one, neither of which this guy can hit. So he's just going to have to leave. And that means I should move on to hitting this guy. And that one. Well, I can hit both of those with someone who enters this way. And then it's fine to push the last red one. And of course I bet, no, okay, the green ones are well ordered. So that's just what I need. And you can push the last green, and there we go. I guess, how do I kill the queen now? I guess I just go up there. But that closes, I guess I'd better open one of the center doors then. Okay, that's good enough. Okay then, I guess it was technically not an orb puzzle. What is this? Well, I don't see that I want that, so... The green salmon. I don't see any green salmon here whatsoever. I have no idea what they're talking about. I can see no way. So either I trap that guy or I trap this guy. I don't appear... Okay, I guess that's all there is to it. Okay. Did you know I can set orbs to toggle and then things happen? Because I can, and they do. Alright. The proper order. Actually, hang on. I want to see what the titles of some of these rooms were. At first, there was a beginning. The blind eyes, spin 'em round. The bridge of uncertainty. I don't really know what was uncertain about that bridge. Whirlwind, right? Edges. Incentives. Incentives? Okay. So I want him to cross that door and come north to me. I can open this door anytime I want, and I don't see any reason not to, except that he might be in the way. So, I don't know. The order you press the orb seems pretty irrelevant compared to just trying to do anything at all with the roach. So I can't hit that orb, and I guess I can hit that orb, so that'll stick him there. This will give me time to move. And then I can pull him this way. Alright then. Quick and angry. I don't know which way... Like, is there a reason not to go this way? This room was inspired by Chaco during my awesome live stream of this hold making. Challenge, read this scroll. I read Rodden the scroll. What? Okay, sure, I guess. How do I open that door? Can I open that door? I can't open any of these doors. Okay. So how is this supposed to work? Because I can't push that orb. Is that roach trapped now? I guess I can push that to open the way to that roach. But have the same problem as before if I do it this way. I don't know. This seems weird. I guess I can have only one guy there. It doesn't seem very helpful though. push this from the wrong side, which is bad. I don't know. I don't see what this wants from me. Okay, it's a trap. Ha. I guess 2 of the roaches need to stand on these buttons. And there's not really any other rules that I can see to this room, I mean. So what exactly was the trap here? I don't know. Midsection. Okay. So I just let tar babies spawn and step on the buttons, I guess? I don't see what else I can do here. Because once they're standing on a button, I can just be on a door. As long as I need to. And come to another button. Come to another door, I mean. That's the wrong door. I guess I can push that door, though, if I stand here. Not quite. There we go. Now, how do I press these buttons long enough? It's almost good enough. Let's see. I really need a third guy standing in the right place here. I don't know how to get him. That almost worked, except that I was at the wrong timing. There we go. And then I guess something comparable to the other side as well. Then. That happened. Warmongering. I'm getting a little tired of this and ready to move to the next one. I mean, a row is approximately a level, so I've basically beaten 2 levels worth, right? Let's see the next one. Yeah, I thought I might look at one more. Depending. Neverforth could be very long for all I know. But let's try. Beethro is looking forward to a relaxing day at the Neverforth Fegelin Olympics. What? However, Lord Creston has other plans. Beethro soon finds himself displaced and alone. City Beneath based. Oh boy, this is long. Early one morning, a messenger showed up at Beethro's door claiming to have been sent by a man named Julius Creston. Blankety blank, Beethro mumbled, just as I was about to leave for the Neverforth Fegelin Olympics. Beethro, the messenger shouted, Lord Creston demands the pleasure of you wanting to see him. He demands what? If it's no imposition, Lord Creston would like to impose upon you and demands that you voluntarily volunteer to reply to his absolute demand that you come to his place. What? Beethro blinked. Huh? Fool, I'm begging you to let me take you into involuntary custody and take you to see my master. What for? Beethro asked. At that moment, a Fagundo swooped out of the sky and grasped Beethro by the shoulders. As he was carried off, the messenger shouted up at him, Thank you for allowing Lord Creston's faithful Fagundo to take you against your will. Beethro struggled against the Fagundo, but there was no use, and he soon grew tired and hung there, his really big sword in his hand. After about an hour I guess he answered the door with the sword in his hand? After about an hour like that, the Fagundo began to drop out of the air. Soon Beethro was back on the ground. Where in the name of Dugan am I? He muttered. To his side, he saw a sign that read, Creston Palace. Well, it looks like I agreed to be abducted after all. Now where's this Gavin Creston? Yeah, it should still be fixed. It was fixed a while ago. It looks like it is. I have to say, the messenger's dialogue conveys the madness of the Eighth really well. This feels like exactly like the sort of thing that someone from the Eighth might say and do, the sort of message that the sort of unhinged character you expect to see in the Eighth, and it's a kind of strangeness to the dialogue that I don't think has appeared in any of the canon holds exactly. Like, this exact kind of strange talk is new. I don't know. I like this, is what I'm trying to say. So where's the sign that says whose palace this is, I wonder? Okay, I guess I can kill that, but if I ever light the fuse, then it'll die on its own anyway. Oh, there's the sign. Creston's Palace? Wait. Creston Place. Creston's other place. Okay. Dear Beethro, Taguret, I'm sorry, but I only needed to get you out of your house so I could check your sock drawer. I hear you have some of the itchiest socks in all of the Eighth, and I need a present for my mother-in-law's birthday. Lord Julius Creston. Once again, that's just great. Gibberty flibbits, now I gotta get home and buy more socks. That means I gotta go through the alley, up the parkway, and over the dune to get home. I hate the parkway. Okay. I can't survive lighting that. I can survive lighting this. Do I want to light all that? I don't know, but it did kill a goblin for me. And some wubbas. I don't really know what I've incurred upon myself by lighting that fuse. Just that, something is happening. Oh wait, that'll open that door, okay. Very temporarily open the door. I should probably be, I don't know, on the other side of the door or something. Let's see, maybe here will be favorable to get by. Okay. I'm not doing a good job of reading this room. It's got a lot of information on it all at once. I think maybe what I should do first is light this fuse. And then I can deal with whatever monsters there are as the fuses do their job. Of also killing the monsters. And then... okay. Now... how does this door open? Okay. Well, pushing that button to open that door... yeah. The Briar... the Briar should take care of that queen eventually. If I just go open that door as quickly as possible. Maybe. So my goal here is actually to get in here ahead of the Briar. I guess. Okay. I don't know if there's still a timer that I'm under, but that was the first timer cleared. Now there's just a million water skippers to contend with. This is a bit of an annoyance. Okay. I think we're under control, though. Sufficiently to go get rid of the nests. Yeah. Alright, I hope I didn't need that mud mother for anything. You know, it looks to me like our goal here is actually to open that. That being the black gate. Right, I can't reach that fuse now, but there is another way to reach that fuse. So maybe that's what I'm meant to do, is hit this fuse. And there's also briar growing, so we want to get past it as quickly as possible. Have a small waste disposal problem on our way through. The briar will not be stopped by a green door, so I need to be able to exit here. That won't fix it. I should probably just handle this a little more carefully. Maybe take up some of the briar's space with these instead of my own space. Okay. That... wait, that closed the wrong door? Huh. So, what is my goal here then? I guess if I just break those guys, then I'll be able to... maybe I shouldn't worry about these queens and I should just try to get to the north? What is my goal here? What does this button do? Okay, that opens there, which is important, but how do I open this? Okay. Okay, there's exactly enough time to loop through here. And you need to do that. And now I'm stuck again. This is really confusing. How do I reach that fuse in time? How am I ever supposed to reach that fuse? I guess I can push this fuse here. Or like, I could just kill... I could have killed the adder at the beginning of the room, but it felt like I wasn't supposed to. Do I need to start the room over, or is this fuse vitally important for some other reason? I just don't know. I guess my intended exit is to the east, which I can reach if the doors are open, or I could exit west, maybe? I don't know. I can loop around this way and have less roaches to contend with if I do that. Okay, lit the fuse, but now I can't go push this orb to open the door. Well, I can. If I... Is Is the Briar gonna kill those guys if I just stand around here? Is it gonna kill them before it kills me? Oops. I don't think so. I guess I can stand on this door and let it kill them that way. But then I can't exit, right? What? Okay, let's try not needing to light the fuse by way of killing this guy. That might mess me up for the first timer, though. Yeah, no, that won't work. I don't think my timer... No, wait. The Briar grew in a way that's not favorable, though. If I do this, then the Briar will be... If I go here, push this... I think the Briar grows beyond where that bomb can stop it. Oh no, maybe not. Huh. I guess that's fine. Now the adder's dead, and I'm under the same conditions otherwise as I was before. I don't know how to interpret some of the green doors in this room when it comes to whether or not I should have killed that adder, but it doesn't seem like killing the adder closes anything off for me particularly. So I feel as if I did the correct thing. But I'm not sure because this room is really confusing to look at. That should be one of our drawed moods. I think I did the right thing, but I don't let this room is too confusing to look at, to confirm. Or whatever it is that I worded it cleverly before, trying to actually say it. Okay. So that's the first step done again. Can that Tetramino block... Can that get over here? I don't think it can. No, it's stuck right here. So that's not a thing I need to worry about. So I can determine when these queens are freed. If I free them with just the right timing, then they'll spawn and hold themselves kind of in place, but they'll also make a whole lot of roaches. Or, if I make sure that they spawn as late as possible, then that's a different situation. I can kill all but one of them before they spawn this way. I don't need to press that, but I do need to get past these guys, I think. Okay. What if I don't kill that queen? Just walk by, I don't kill that queen. this open green door will stay open for me. I should be a little wiser about how I handle this guy. There we go. Alright, now I can stand between the green doors for as long as I need to. This feels deeply unintended. I'm almost certain the purpose of the door mechanism I'm standing between was so that you had to kill the adder last with the bomb. But this works. I'm okay with this. That was really weird room. And stepping into the room afterward causes all this to explode. Alright. It still looks like there's an exit to the north and east of this room, but I'm just gonna see what's in this room first. Why are there so many different mechanisms all in one room? Just look at all this. There's like this... Here's a whole lot of goblins, and up there's some every kind of tar stuff. We have a couple brains, oh, and some briar too, along with water, black doors, green doors, every force arrow under the sun. Okay, what opens these doors? Okay, yep, alright, so, So this opens that and closes that. This opens that and opens that. This opens that and toggles that. Wait. Oh, and killing the brains does something. If you kill both of the brains, you open the briar. And this is one way to achieve difficulty, technically, I suppose. Just why? Okay, so the first thing I can read from this, there's a clone potion. You know, you have Beethro and you have his clone. One of them has to walk in here first, do some things, kill a brain, and be stuck. The other one has to stay here until all of the doors are open to kill the goblins with. To get to the goblins and kill them. And then he also steps up here through this path, unless of course you use the platform to not have a force arrow. But whatever, anyway. This button closes those doors, which means what? What is... wait. This is gel. I can't cut this, and it won't grow to where I can cut it. So I can't get to these cracked walls. Well, you can place the clone in the north section. And I guess that's what you have to do. So you place the clone in one of the tar stuff zones, I guess the tar zone, so you can open the mud zones, so you can open the gel zones, you can kill all three of the mothers, and in the process open up most of these. If I place the clone in... wait, no. Wait. What if these... yeah. So... wait, does anything else open this? This opens that. Okay, if I place the clone in this spot, then I can open one goblin here, exit out that way, kill this, open this, kill that, open that, kill this, open that, then come kill this. Okay. That's what I need to do. I hope some of that made sense to somebody besides me. But it looks to me like I need to put a clone into one of the brain rooms to make it possible to kill... I should enter this room facing east. To make it possible to kill all of the goblins. That seems to be necessary. So it has to be placed in this brain room, because that opens Atar stuff, and it opens some of the goblins. Okay. And having opened this tar stuff, we want to get it cuttable somehow. Does that help? I'm not sure if that helps. Should my goal be to try and reach this stuff with that gel? How can I make this gel cuttable in the way that I need it to be? That's it. Okay. Now I can get inside. Is there a black door in this room? I thought I mentioned one. Yeah, there is. So do I need to make all of this cuttable and cut all of it? Or is the black door a red herring? Is it a black herring? Is it a herring? Well, I guess first of all I'm going to make sure I can reach that. There's no hurry of any sorts, so that's good. Oh dear. Even with an indefinite mother spawns, clearing gel is such a pain. That's a bad placement. I don't know. Can I make this full clearable? Okay, that's progress. Sort of. Now I just have that 2x2 to get rid of eventually. And of course whatever spawns out this way. That's not what we want. Actually that's fine. We can have this guy bait them away. Is it okay for the... I think it's okay for goblins to be sitting in there, because I can just bring the platform around, right? Oh. Now that's interesting. I guess I don't want them past that force arrow then. When did a guy get on that force arrow? There's not that many checkpoints in this room. At the very least I haven't been standing on them a whole lot. I need to kill that goblin who's locked himself onto a force arrow before he becomes a problem. Okay, here. This is it. So I need to deal with those two, or just all of them, I guess, before they can try to stand on a force arrow. This is fine because I'm waiting around for that gel to grow anyway, to some extent. I can just sort of juggle the goblins back and forth while I'm doing this. I would especially like to just lure them onto this and kill them that way. That works. Okay, now... hopefully I haven't waited on this too long. This should be okay. Maybe. One hopes. I guess I'll deal with that blob later. Like now. Okay, now we're back in a pretty okay state. I need to remember how I got in there before. That's not it. It's like a puzzle inside of a burrito of other things. Does that make any sense? It's like the puzzle is encased inside of every other thing we could think of burrito. Just to obfuscate where it actually is, what the tough part is. Assuming that I do need to get the black door, the real tough part of this is just getting rid of the gel, which I'm not succeeding very well at. It's just so awkwardly placed. I don't exactly know what to do with it. 'Cause that's not what we want. Maybe this way? No, that's back where we were before. Did I need to not let it grow south? Oh, are you kidding me? How did I not ever hit a checkpoint before that? Okay, go back here. I'm gonna stand on this button and kill some of the goblins. Maybe position Mr. Goblin Killer a little better. Wait for a growth turn. Come up here and wait right there where I think is a good place to wait. But juggle goblins into place too. Not quite. There. That's fine. Now if I stand right here, I can get inside. So first I want to get rid of this 2x2. Keep that minimal and get rid of now this 4x4. That's bad. I'll have to take out that 2x2 at some point. But for now, I'm going to just come back down up here and keep this under control, if possible. We don't want to do that. We want to make this die somehow. feel like this has gotten worse instead of better, but maybe it hasn't. It's hard to tell with gel. I wish I had a clone who was just in shallow water, so that I could choose not to spawn sometimes. That would make this particular task a lot more bearable. I guess I shouldn't worry about that until I've got that far south blob done. Oops. No, I shouldn't do that. Shouldn't allow that to happen. Yeah, I want this room to be done, and then I'll probably quit. Oh, okay. Now we're where we want to be with this. Because now I can just cut my way in, get rid of that 2x2 again, but prevent this from coming too far out at the same time. Somehow. And finally be done with the gel. Is that going to be okay? Yes. On top of everything else, of course, the gel is brained, which makes this a pain, because I can't just stack these guys up somewhere else until I'm done. I have to get rid of them as I make them. How did I get rid of that 2x2 before? I really don't remember. I don't like how far south this has gotten. I feel like I should have been able to prevent that. This is just some really badly placed gel in it. Okay, feels like we're almost there. just does not work for me. I cannot take it. Is there an automatic gel cutter? Tell you what to do with queen, with mother gel? It's very complicated. I guess so. This is such an awkward position for gel to be in. Why could it not be anywhere else in this entire room? Although I'm sure there's probably a worse place it could be. Architecture contest. Find a worse place for gel in this room. Your prize is sadness. Okay. Okay. This is what I want. This will be beatable. This is dead gel mother. Finally. Oh my gosh. Whose idea was that? Garlonis's, I guess. And now there's Tarbaby coming out trying to close the doors on me. What? Why are there doors here that toggle with those? Is there a reason? I guess maybe the idea was that you could also enter the other brain and there was a choice here. But I didn't think that other brain opened the door. No, this opens the gel first, because that would be favorable. Yeah, sure. Okay then. Let's get rid of the goblins. And then I kill this brain, which creates Briar, but I think I'll be okay with that. Yeah, I can just leave this. The black door is irrelevant, except maybe it leads to a secret room or something. This is not a secret room, it's just an optional room with a nightmare on it. Okay. Why? Why though? Why? I don't understand this design decision. Look at this room. Okay. I think that's enough for today. So today we looked at Neriek's Dungeon, Kids Next Door, which I really like. I just got a little tired. I could probably keep playing this forever. We looked at Narrow Perspectives, which is pretty good. I guess I wandered into this room and then didn't actually play it. Anyway, we looked at Neverforth, which I liked the madness in the dialogue, but the madness in the room design is really a bit much. So next week we'll actually be looking at one of my holds, I guess. Very interesting. I think the first of my holds that we'll have looked at... Actually, are these all the inns? It doesn't... There's not very many of them. Let's see. It jumps straight from H to O to... So I guess I got all the ends. So I should be downloading the O's because there's not very many ends left, actually. Okay. Lots of M's, but not very many N's. Okay. At any rate, thank you for watching. Have a good rest of the week. And farewell for now.